So I've recently started my own business and I'm currently in the embarrassing, cringy phase where when you post, you're only getting like 50 views on your post, where you look at the branding and the work that people are putting out and you can tell like they did it themselves instead of having someone professionally do it. I'm in the phase where sales are low, and I'm just here to remind people that don't let social media fool you. Don't think that because your next door neighbor or Mang Mang went viral and their business bloomed within a month of them starting it, that's what everyday life looks like. You have to get through the uncomfortable, embarrassing, cringy moment for you to hone on your skill, for you to develop your business, for it to mature and become something massive and worthwhile before you can make that money that you see people making, getting all the flashy cars and the homes. And what people don't realize is, unfortunately, this is the phase where a lot of dreams go to die because people are too scared, they're embarrassed about what people are saying or thinking, and they don't want to carry on posting getting 0 views or only getting 1 or 2 sales in a week. And sometimes it can be soul crushing, but I know I need to get through the growth pains before I can get to the gold parts. You need to power through it, because if you can get through that phase, when you make it, baby, when you make it, you'll thank yourself for embarrassing yourself, for being cringy on the internet. It'll be worth it. So power through. You've got this.
Here are 25 things I've learned as a 25-year-old business owner. Number 1, dish your hard. 2, study your competition to see what works and then never look at them again. Comparison kills confidence. Number 3, exhaust all free forms of advertisement before you go and pay for ads. That means social media, comments, DMs, newsletters, everything. Act like everything that you put out there is going to create a sale, and then start paying for ads. Be confident. Nobody knows if you got 0 sales or 100 sales. The people only know what you tell them and what you show them. Study SEO and marketing. People can't buy what they don't know about. Do not go into business with your friends or your family. The people that are closest to you respect you the least. Just is what it is. Legitimize your business. This means getting tax documents prepared, opening business bank accounts, getting patents ready. Take yourself serious so that you can move like a real business owner instead of someone that's just selling products. Secure all social media accounts and domains as soon as you have a name. Don't hire a team prematurely. Try to do everything by yourself. Otherwise, you're going to waste money trying to look like you're bigger than the program. If your business has a face to it, try to have a second faceless business, because one day people could just wake up and hate you. Have an autopilot system. You should not be physically running your business yourself forever. Scale your business. This means find out how much your vendor can produce and how quickly they can produce it, or if you have a handmade item, figure out how much you can create and how fast you can do it so you know how much you can sell. Put it in their face. We live in a trauma-based country. People find comfort whenever they see consistency. If you're all over the place with it and you're not consistently putting your stuff in their face, pause. They're not going to want to support you or feel comfortable doing so. If you have a physical product, order samples, market those samples, and then take pre-orders. Do not waste your money buying bulk on a product that you don't even know if you could sell. Have another stream of income that pays your bills, because 70% of your business profit should be going back into your business so that you can grow. Doing the same thing and expecting different results in life is called insanity. In business, it's called consistency. You're going to have to do it until it pops. It just is what it is. When it comes to decisions, if it's important, do not be impatient. If it's meant to happen, it will happen. Keep your receipts. Financially, you need to know what's coming in and coming out so you can make better decisions. Set a track quantity. Selling out looks way better than you being backed up on orders, so much so that now you have unhappy customers. It is okay. Do not be greedy. Set your track quantity, handle what you can handle, and then restock. Always prepare for the best outcome. That's self-explanatory. Pressure can either make a diamond or it can break glass. You need to discern if you're in a season where you need to be going harder, or if you're in a season where you just need to be still and wait. Solve a continuous problem. You need to give people a reason to keep coming back to you. This is a big one. Make your business bigger than you. Create a community where you're talking back and forth to your people. Let them in on the process. Donate to different charities. People should get some sort of value more than just the physical product that you're selling them. Purpose before profit. If you are in this business just so that you can make a profit, Your business is constantly depreciating in value because you don't have a why. Number 25, nothing that you do is new. Everything is just a different version of what's already been done. So stop focusing on trying to be the first to do something. You're not the first. Just do it, make it yours, and push. If you want to check out what I do and know more about me, go to www.leialuxuries.com.
I built a multi-million-dollar wellness brand, and these are the 5 things I recommend all entrepreneurs do at the beginning of their business. Number 1 is launch fast and iterate. This is like startups 101. And let me tell you, when we were about to launch Array, we got our packaging back and it was nowhere near what I wanted the color and the label to look like. It was a printing error. And we had a choice at that point to start all over and delay our launch until months, until everything was perfect, or just go to market with exactly what we had. We chose to do the latter, and it was the best decision we made. Getting to market quicker was the best decision we made because we were able to get out there with a minimum viable product, and then we were able to put more and more money into things like our branding, our website, and all of the things that make a brand sexy. But at the end of the day, just getting out there and getting consumer feedback was the most valuable thing we did. So for you guys as new entrepreneurs, don't wait until things are perfect. Always be willing to change things and iterate based on the feedback that you're getting from customers. Speaking of customers, number 2, always make your customers feel like influencers. When I look at what brands do wrong, I notice that oftentimes they place too much weight on things like influencers and VIPs and not enough on the customer. And at the end of the day, your customer is an influencer. So from a practical application standpoint, what this means is to ensure that you are doing things for the customers that you would otherwise do for an influencer. So things like ensuring they are included in your PR mailers, ensuring you're doing community events, making sure that you're doing things to constantly make them feel special, whether you're in DMs or emails, and noticing who are your high touch point customers and what can you do to make their day a little bit better. So as an example, when we launched Array, at the beginning, Nish and I would personally go and deliver product on his motorcycle to customers who lived within our area. It allowed us to really get to know them. And to this day, those people are still customers. This is 4 years in. Next, when you're just starting out, ensure that you're gifting your product heavily. And I don't just mean to like super large influencers. I mean gifting them to people who are relevant to whatever it is you're doing. So as an example, when we launched Array, I was gifting really heavily to nutritionists, doctors, health coaches, essentially people that a consumer would go to trust with their health. Because I knew that if a doctor could recommend this product, then we had really won over a customer for life. So find that parallel within whatever you're building, because oftentimes when we think of gifting, people think, oh, like I'm just going to gift to a large influencer. No. You need to be a little bit more broad than that. And also gifting includes your customers. So again, as I mentioned, if you notice like really high touch point customers who are buying from you over and over again, they are sending these like really kind DMs and messages, ensure that you're gifting to them as well, and ask like, can I gift to you and like your best friend or your mom? Like I'd love to send you a product. Make them feel like they are included in your marketing initiatives. Your first few hires should always be generalists versus specialists, because as a founder, you need support in a lot of different areas when you're just starting out. So our first hire, who's still with us, was a really good generalist. She was willing to jump in and do whatever we needed her to do. And then over time, she grew with the company, and now she's obviously a specialist. And the generalists that you hire should be able to grow with the company so they can narrow in on a specific role at some point in time. So what I mean to say is know their interests and where they're excelling early on so you can place them into a more specialist role down the line. And lastly, focus on the 3 things that will make the biggest impact. So at any given moment within a business life cycle, I think that there's specific things that you can really focus on and master before you move on to the next thing. So for us, what really moved the needle in our first year of business was treating our customers like influencers and also influencers. So our goal was to narrow in on those 2 areas and really master them before moving on to anything else. We just knew we were masters in building community and making people feel really included in the story of the brand. And so that is what we really focused on mastering before we moved on to other things like Facebook ads or PR or like any of these other things. Oh, and this is not even a tip because this goes for the basis of everything that I'm saying. you have to have a good product. All of these tips come secondary to a very good product, because no one is going to keep coming back to your business to buy whatever you're selling if your product sucks. So make sure that you have the right product and like the best product that you can put out there into the world before you do any of these other things. Nish and I always knew as founders that we would never go to market with something that wasn't the best in the world. And so even with our first 2 products, the product itself, even though the packaging and the website weren't in their final forms, the product itself was best in the world. Like, we knew it was the best in the world, so we didn't have to pretend, and like the numbers speak for themselves. That's why our retention is high. So last tip, and the basis for your whole business, is ensuring that you go to market with the best product in the world that you can create. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you want a part 2.